Today on Rappler. Vice President Sara Duterte drops her 650 million peso confidential funds budget request for 2024. Popular free video chat website Omegle shuts down after 14 years. The strike by Hollywood's actors ends. The museum director in Hungary's National Museum is fired for a Filipino LGBTQ+ exhibit. Volleyball player Pia Ildefonso says she left Ateneo because they didn't fight for her. And witnesses spotted missing beauty queen Catherine Camilon covered in blood. Vice President Sara Duterte drops her request for a total of 650 million pesos in confidential funds in the proposed 2024 budget. She had requested 500 million pesos for the Office of the Vice President and 150 million pesos for the Department of Education.
They will no longer pursue the CIF or CF because it is seen to be divisive, and as the Vice President, she swore an oath to keep the country peaceful and strong.
Meantime, Senate President Mig Zubiri says the confidential funds of the OVP will not be reinstated in the bicameral conference. The House of Representatives earlier removed Duterte's request for confidential funds for the OVP and the DepEd. Duterte was under fire over the confidential funds issue, especially after it was learned that the Office of the President transferred 125 million pesos in confidential funds to the OVP in 2022. Omegle, the popular free video chat site that randomly paired strangers, shuts down Thursday, November 9, 14 years after it went live in March 2009. Instead of the usual interface, Omegle.com now shows a letter from its founder, Leif K. Brooks, announcing the service is shutting down. The letter says it is, quote, no longer sustainable. The site is mired in controversy related to child sex crimes, racism, and far-right abuse. The site was sued in 2021 for a case involving an 11-year-old paired with a man in his 30s, leading to alleged sex crimes. A similar case happened in Australia the same year. The site was also criticized for racism and white supremacist abuse that existed on the service. Omegle grew in popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Hollywood actors' historic strike officially ends on Thursday, November 9, after negotiators reached a preliminary deal. Hollywood Screen Actors Guild finally reaches a tentative agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers to end the 118-day strike that shook Hollywood. Full details of the deal were not provided until the tentative agreement is reviewed by the SAG-AFTRA National Board in a separate meeting on Friday, November 10. Actors Guild members went on strike last July 14, asking for an increase in minimum salaries, a share of streaming service revenue, and protection from artificial intelligence. The deal means Hollywood can begin full production for the first time since May, once union members vote to ratify the deal in the coming weeks. Hungary dismisses the director of its national museum, Laszlo L. Simon, over the display of a photo series on Filipino LGBTQ+. As host of the 2023 World Press Photo Contest exhibition, the museum exhibited 5 photographs by Filipina photojournalist Hannah Reyes Morales titled Home for the Golden Gaze. The series showcased elderly queer Filipinos dressed in drag and wearing makeup. Hungary's far-right Mihazang party raised concerns about the LGBTQ+ content, leading to an inquiry by the government. The museum then restricted entry to Morales' exhibit to adults only. Simon allegedly violated a ban on the display and promotion of homosexuality and all materials accessible to children. Simon writes on Facebook, "I take note of the decision, but I cannot accept it." Volleyball player Pia Ildefonso admits Ateneo's inaction in addressing sexual assault claims against basketball star player Fortsky Padrigao prompted her to leave the varsity team. Ildefonso, the daughter of PBA legend Danny Ildefonso, says it no longer felt right to play for a school that, quote, didn't fight for her. She also confirms to fashion magazine Mega in its November 2023 issue it was Padrigao she alluded to. In August, Padrigao apologized for unspecified mistakes following his exit from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Months before that, Ildefonso posted on social media messages condemning cheating in a relationship and leaking personal content without consent. Numerous sexual assault allegations had hounded Padrigao throughout seasons 84 and 85 of the UAAP. Ildefonso says the incident prompted her to abruptly end her collegiate career and turn pro, joining the Farm Fresh Foxies in the Premier Volleyball League. 2 witnesses say they saw missing Miss Grand Philippines 2023 Catherine Camilon covered in blood while being transferred to a vehicle. In an interview with GMA News, authorities say two witnesses came forward to claim they saw the beauty queen on the night of October 12, hours before her relatives reported she was missing. The witnesses add the men carrying Camilon saw them and one pointed a gun at them. The development comes a day after Police General Benjamin Acorda Jr. claims there is significant progress in Camilon's case. Camilon was first reported missing on October 12. She represented Tui Batangas in the Miss Grand Philippines 2023 pageant in July. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.